I'm Jason Cross with Macworld, and this is a list of all the things we expect Apple to release in April 2022, including hardware, software, and services. So you know how in March we got a ton of hardware from Apple's Peak Performance event? Mac Studio, Studio Display, iPhone SE, iPad Air, and green iPhone 13s. Well, that's probably all we're going to see for new Apple hardware until WWDC in June. So probably no new hardware in April. And with iOS 15.4 and macOS 12.3, Apple has finally delivered all the features it announced last year. The spring event didn't announce any new features or services that would require an OS update either, and there are no betas available for developers at the moment. So we might not see new iOS or macOS updates for a few months, with the exception of a really minor bug fix or security update. Don't expect anything substantial in April. With hardware and software both looking totally barren this month, that leaves services. Apple TV Plus is going to have a big month with the launch of Friday Night Baseball on April 8th. It's 2 baseball games on Friday night with pre-game and post-game shows. Friday Night Baseball will be totally free for at least the first 12 weeks. You don't need an Apple TV Plus subscription or even an Apple ID. Just go to tv.apple.com in a web browser or open the TV app on any supported device to watch 2 games every Friday night. For TV Plus subscribers, there are 6 new titles dropping in April. On April 1st, Gary Oldman stars in Slow Horses, based on the book about washed-up MI5 agents. Kids animated series Pinecone and Pony lands on April 8th. April 15th brings us 2 shows. It's The Small Things, Charlie Brown, which is an Earth Day special, and Roar, an anthology of dark comedy feminist fables with a big-name cast. Basketball fans will want to check out They Call Me Magic, a documentary about Magic Johnson, on April 22nd. Another basketball documentary about Makur Maker lands on that same day. It's called The Long Game, Bigger Than Basketball. Finally, time-bending thriller Shining Girls, starring Elizabeth Moss, drops on April 29th. And for Apple Arcade, there are currently 2 titles in the Coming Soon section. Pocket Build Plus, which is expected on April 1st, and Gear Club Stradale, a new racing game that has no release date listed. Apple doesn't put every release in its Coming Soon section, so we may get a few other games in April as well. Arcade games release on Fridays, so keep an eye out. And that's all for Apple in April. We probably won't get any new hardware or software, and the Apple Arcade releases are looking sort of lackluster. The big draw this month is Apple TV Plus, which gets several new series, and the big MLB Friday Night Baseball deal, which is free for at least 12 weeks. Of course, if anything else crops up, we'll have full coverage at Macworld.com.
Okay, you sure now? I said, yeah.